Okay, welcome to a demonstration of how to use SQ4You, which is Alan and Heath's mixing app that allows you to control one bus send or multiple so that you can control your in-ears or foldback. Let's get started. If you don't already have the app installed, now is a great point to stop and get the app installed. But what we're going to do is we're going to, if you want, you can read all of these, but scroll down to the bottom and you have to for the accept to come up. We're going to hit accept. Now, hopefully at this stage, the first thing you need to know is that you need to be on the wireless network of the desk. If you're not on the wireless network, it won't appear here. If you are on the wireless network, it's going to appear under the choose unit. At the moment, I'm not connected, so I'm just going to choose demo, but you can, it usually comes up with a name underneath that. And then we're going to hit connect. Now, you'll notice, first of all, this is quite a simple display. We have our master control over this side, and we can create what's called groups within these 4 spaces here. But first, before we do that, let's select our mix. So hopefully, your audio engineer has given you a list of which foldbacks you're already in, so you know which one you should be choosing. But for the sake of it, imagine I'm lead singer, so I'm going to go aux 1. And what I really want to do is make sure I lock my mix. That means I can't change anybody else's mix and I can't change the front of house, and I don't want to do either of those things. Okay, so now we're back here. Just going to bring that down for the moment. What we need to do is we need to start assigning channels to every group that we've got here. The way this app works is that it takes a channel and it kind of assigns it to a subgroup, which we've got sitting in these 4 spaces. And then you get to control either the channel itself or the subgroup, depending on how you do it. So let's start. I'm going to start by making a subgroup with just me in it. And so what I'm going to do is open up me. I can label them whatever I want, and I'm going to hit assign. Now you'll notice that straight away all the inputs come up, and if we scroll through, we can see all the way through to 40, including the stereos, the USB, and then we've got our effects and groups on the back here. Now, hopefully, these have been labeled with their appropriate names at this point in time, but because this is a demo, they're all straight through. So imagine I'm a lead singer. I might be in input 1, that might be my voice, so I'm going to assign that. And then I might have a guitar as well, say. So I'll be in number 11. Imagine that's my guitar. That's all I want in that subgroup, so I'm going to come back, and instantly you can see those 2 are given to me. So I'm going to put them up, depending on how loud I want them, and then I might go back. Now, as I scroll this wheel up and down, I'm actually controlling both of those signals together, which is great because if I want me a little bit louder overall in my mix, I just scroll up a little bit. A perfect thing to assign is the click to one of these 4 spaces. So let's do that now. So let's type this in here. We're going to type in click, and then we're going to assign. Let's say the click is on channel 40. We're going to assign channel 40 to this group. Now we've got this here. I'm going to put it up to however loud I roughly want it, and now I've got it at the front. That means when my phone is sitting on the music stand at the front, I can just quickly scroll up and down and give myself more click or less click if I'm playing with a click. Okay, now let's go and say we want all of drums. Drums are good to have again as another group. Often they can be too loud sometimes or too soft sometimes. And let's imagine that we've put all of our drums on channels 21 to 28. So that's say kick, snare, hi-hat, tom 1, tom 2, tom 3, overhead, for instance. So we've got all of those there. Now you'll see straight away that when we come back to the first page, we can't see all of the inputs we just selected. If we scroll across, we can, but what we can also do is we can flip our phone sideways. And if we do that, we can actually see up to 8 channels all at once. And that's really helpful if we've got lots of channels in a group. So come back here. Again, I might put these to whatever kind of levels I want. And then when I'm back to the main screen, I've now got drums there as well. Let's follow this through. And I'm going to put all other instruments in this mix. All other instruments. And I'll probably put singers in there as well. This is basically everybody else. Okay. So there we go. I've kind of hit the max. You can only assign 16 channels maximum to per group. So make sure you're getting everyone that you need in the different groups that you've got. And now we're going to go back. Okay. Again, you can see that I've got lots of people here, lots of different channels and inputs. And if I flip to the side, I can see, again, lots and lots of different channels. So I might want the backing singers at different levels, say synth, up, whatever else I need. The best way of mixing ears is to be cautious and not have too much on your ears and just put you what you need, because the more you put, often the more cluttered your sound will be. There we go. So now we've got our 4 groups there, and I can make sure my master of my mix is up, and then I can cycle each of these and give them a little bit of a boost or take them down as I want in that screen. The other thing I should mention is that sometimes you can be given a stereo mix, right? So this is now a stereo mix. That actually means that when I go into, say, me, I've now got a pan feature up here, there and there. So this means I could now stick my vocals a little bit into my left ear and my guitar a little bit into my right. I highly recommend doing that, and doing that very cautiously. A little bit goes a long way with pan, but that is incredibly helpful to get you some clarity in your sound. And that is how you use the SQ mixing app.